When I went to Ecuador the first time, I had a really great experience. It was really difficult, however. When I went the first time, I went in the summer of 2018, right after a semester of college. And I was so ready to embark on a mission. I was super excited. I was going with some really great friends that I went to school with, that I had known, that I had done a missionary year with the year previously. But upon being there, it was much harder than I thought it was going to be, but so much fruit and so much joy came out of it, just simply because of the children. I received so much joy from them. And the biggest thing that I took away from it was simplicity. The joy simplicity brought to these kids' hearts, the joy that simplicity brought to my heart for the amount of time that I was there. I was thirsting for more simplicity when I got home. And that's where it's led me to now. In wanting to go back, I desire and I'm thirsting for simplicity. I am thirsting to abandon myself from, honestly, a lot of material things right now. I fall into the trap of consuming myself in worldly things and just things of my own self. And I want to leave that behind. I want to abandon myself, and in abandoning myself, completely following the Lord. And I believe that in going to Ecuador, I can find that simplicity that I once really cherished. I can find more abandonment of myself there. And I'm really just excited to go there with expectant hope, expectant faith, knowing that the Lord is going to provide, knowing that the Lord's going to show up and really teach me a lot about detachment, teach me a lot about abandonment, and through all that, bringing me complete peace.
My first mission was my senior year of high school, and we went down to Honduras and we worked for a home for children, which incorporated children whose families were not able to support them, who were abused, who just were not loved as we know we are loved. And I particularly remember connecting with a few of the children at that home. And I have this picture plastered in the back of my mind of the day when we were leaving. And I gave this one girl my watch and a cross and hugged her goodbye. And I got into the van and I sat in the last row. And as we were pulling away, I remember turning around and those kids just standing at the top of the hill. And my heart just broke because I knew that they didn't know that they were loved by the Lord or by their mom and dad, and it was that mission that really changed my heart to want to go out and show people that they are loved, that they are worthy, that God is good. And so ever since then, I've had this heart for mission. I've always just continually been doing missions, whether it was at college or with NET, or my senior year of high school. And throughout this whole year, I was feeling that pull again to go out and do foreign mission. And so many opportunities had come up, whether I wanted to go back to Honduras or to Nicaragua or to the Philippines. But then everything was just telling me, once it was presented to me, to go to Ecuador. It was all falling into place. It was all mission that really was what I was looking for, to work with children and to show them the love of Christ. So I'm really excited for this mission. I'm really excited to go out there and be his hands and his feet and to just love as he has taught us to love with his most sacred heart.
I think God just wants me to keep going on adventures with him, and I think that makes my heart so happy. So these past 4 years of my life, I've been working with Net Ministries, as some of you may know, and I was like, maybe my time with being a missionary is over, and I was praying about this last month, and there's just this desire to do more, and I was like, okay, obviously, yes, I want to do more. I want to always follow the Lord in a radical way. That's what I want. But then like all these other desires kept coming up in my heart, like, and they're just like silly, simple desires, like, oh, like I want to be in a warm place, and like I want to be able to serve others in a radical way, and I want to be in a foreign country. Like all these things started like stirring up in me, and I was like, what? Like, why is this happening? And a conversation came up with KG, and I was like, oh my goodness, like Ecuador, like this is what my heart desires. And I was like so excited in that moment when I started to have that conversation with God of like, is this actually what you're calling me to do? Like to go to a foreign country, to just love on these children that have had such a hard time, and being with them and being in an environment of love. And the answer was yes every time. Like there was just such peace and such excitement. And so when I think about it even now, like it still excites me because I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm honored, Lord, that you would like allow this to happen for me. And so that's why I feel called to the mission, and I am so excited and feel very called and ready to take on this mission.